man. What's up with yours?
Okay, yeah. So first of all, an honorable mention because we have been away for a month, and part of that month I went to South Carolina first to visit my friend Omar. He moved out there 2 years ago. We've been friends since high school and roommates in college, but then he moved out there, and he's been saying that I should come visit for a while. And every time I try to come visit, something bad happens. So like the first time, like he was driving in like his truck and it like hydroplaned and like hit the side railing. He was fine, but the truck wasn't. And so so that weekend, he was like, yeah, maybe we should reschedule. My truck is totaled. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So then we tried to reschedule again, and then COVID happened the weekend I was supposed to go. I'm like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't. And then another time we tried to go, I tried to go, which was a little earlier early in May. He was like, hey, by the way, it's Mother's Day that weekend. I was like, oh, is it? Damn it. So, which I should know, but I didn't.
Mom.
Mom. So no, mom's great. I love her. So then, but then finally I was able to make my way over there. So the honorable mention was this one. Well, we went to this one restaurant that has a wild game. It's owned by, I think, a Vietnamese family or something, but like it's like very like Western and like, you know, Montana type of stuff.
So fresh off the boat.
Kind of. Well, no, like there was like big. I don't even know the names of these animals anymore, but like they're all like mounted everywhere and different cuts of meat. We had emu. We had think of another like crazy.
You know the name of it? Elk?
Oh yes, there was elk. We had elk.
Okay.
There's just like a bunch of these different things, and there was a elk head like mounted there too. It's quite a nice restaurant. I don't remember the name, but when I do, I will let you know, or I'll probably put it on the screen.
Yeah, because that sounds like something interesting. North Carolina?
South Carolina. It's expensive, but it's worth it. And then part of this honorable mention too is that on my final day there, right, because this is something we've been talking about for a while. He and I are big fans of the show Hot Ones on YouTube, and he had bought a bunch of sauces from the show. Are you familiar with Hot Ones?
Oh, Hot Ones. I'm sorry. I thought you said Hot Ones. So I was like,
no, Hot Ones. Yes,
Hot Ones. Yeah.
So he bought a bunch
Now
of
we
sauces
feast.
from it. Now we feast. Yes, and he made the wings. Right. So the way we did it is like he made 3 wings with each sauce, and we would each eat one. And then we would do like a little challenge to decide who eats the third, right? So like we have this little basketball thingy with a hoop and a little like the floor there, and then we bounce a small basketball into the hoop. So we each have 4 shots, and whoever has the least made would eat the third one. So we did that one time. We tried to do a trivia thing, but I was kind of winning in trivia. So I was like, okay, let's just do something where we're more even. So we went through that, and then we ate this one hot sauce called like the Egyptian scarab or whatever. That thing was so hot. I thought, okay, this is probably the hottest we're gonna have. Nope, we had the bomb. Anyone who's familiar with the show knows the bomb, which is usually like the third to highest in there. That thing, I lost feeling in my tongue. No lie.
Oh wow.
Like I couldn't. I was trying to talk, and I was talking like that. But basically, the tongue, my jaw moved, the tongue did not. So I was like, this is the highest I can go. I can get higher. And him too. It killed him as well. And he said the next morning was rough, as you guys can probably imagine why. So anyway, but that's my honorable mention, my South Carolina trip. All right, so the main vacation was Iceland, and you know I was supposed to have this queued up as I was talking, and I forgot to. But I have some pictures that I sent a friend on Facebook Messenger that I'm going to share with you guys. But the very first thing, obviously, was that let me see if I can get to the picture. You know what? Never mind. I'll just take my time with it. All right. So the first thing is that it was snowy when we're flying in there, right? It was sorry, things are just loading up randomly. So it was snowing as we were flying in, and I was like, oh man, yeah, this is gonna be like hella cold. I got there and it was cold, but it wasn't like super cold. It was like in the 40s, low 50s, right? And mind
So
you,
it wasn't windy?
not in Reykjavik, which is where we're flying to, but it got really windy in this place called Vestmannaeyjar. But I'll get to that in a bit. So we get there, and it's not as cold as we think it's going to be. So my number one thing is how efficient that they were with their whole COVID stuff, because so as soon as we get in there and I pick up my bags, this guy's asking for my barcode. I'm like, what barcode? He's like, well, do you have your barcode for like COVID? I was like, no, I have my vaccination card. He's like, yes, but then your barcode, you have to go to travel.is.com or whatever. So you go there, you register, you fill out this thing, they give you like a barcode, they scan it, and then they send you out to this tent. And this lady with a nice big Q-tip rams it up your nose. And they're like, all right, we'll give you your results back in 5 hours. Now, fans of the show or viewers of the show, fans might be a little grandiose. Viewers of the show,
we got fans.
Yeah, okay. Viewers of the show know that we have very liberal tendencies, right? So with all the liberal talking points that we always espouse on the show, people might think, oh, Zino obviously gets COVID tested all the time. No, this is my first COVID test ever. I've been vaccinated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been vaccinated. I've never been COVID tested.
Well, why would you? You haven't tested positive?
Exactly. I work at home. Like I don't go anywhere. So so this is my first COVID test. And I had heard about it. I heard about the sticking up the nose. It was as bad as I'd heard. So,
did you gag?
No, but I felt like I was about to cry. Because it felt like it was like hitting my eye like that.
Yeah.
So but they were very efficient. I got my results via text within a few hours. It was all very well done. And then before flying back, they asked me to do another COVID test, to get another negative test before I can fly. So we had to go back to Reykjavik to do that the day before we flew out. So COVID testing, that's my number one. I like the fact that they're on top of it. Nobody was wearing masks because they feel that comfortable in Iceland about all this stuff. All right. Number two is Reykjavik itself, which we see on the screen. Reykjavik is a very fun town, very colorful. Can you see my screen?
That's it.
Yeah, very colorful. This is in Reykjavik. It's rainbow painted streets. There's murals all over the place like this one. I'm not sure what that is, but I think the picture was taken because of a rainbow. And mind you, these pictures aren't all taken by me. As a matter of fact, most of them aren't taken by me. I went with a group of a lot like Amanda's bachelorette party. It was just girls. I was like the only guy. So shout out to Xenia, Natalie, Elena, Alana, and Maura for inviting me and having me tag along. So that was taken by one of them. And then this I recorded. This was along the Golden Circle, which, you know what, I'm just gonna count that as my number two. The Golden Circle is like this. I like to think of it like I-285, which is like circular, like it surrounds the place. So along the Golden Circle, there's Gullfoss, which is this big waterfall. There's this place called the Geyser, which Geyser, Geysir. Apparently, that's the etymology for the word geyser, and it's basically just like a land of like these little like pockets of water, but underneath it there's a lot of like volcanic rock constantly heating.
Oh no.
Yeah, so it's like causing the geysers to like explode every now and then. So like we get to see it like every 8 minutes or so. We see it explode. It's pretty cool. So that happened. And then this is somewhere, I'm not sure. I didn't take that picture. This is me pointing at something. This is me again. No, I don't know. Someone took that. This is the earlier picture I wanted to show you, which is me flying in. Yeah, random picture.
I hope you were in airplane mode, sir, when you took that photo.
No, yes, I was. I up I uploaded it later. Okay. Oh yeah, this is also in Reykjavik. So this is my number 1 and number 2. All right, there we go. So this is number 3. This is my friend Natalie in front of
Oh,
a
I thought
rock.
she was like a tour guide. She looks like she knows what she's doing.
Well, she does. She's like very
Okay.
into like science and stuff. So
Okay.
she was explaining why the rocks look like this. Where we were was a place called Grindavik, and you can see that long path, right?
Yeah.
The path like rounds, right? And what we're heading to is a volcano, an active volcano, and it is such a long walk,
Ooh, wow,
man.
that's magma.
Yeah, my legs are killing me. I mean, I'm a pretty lazy guy. I'm just gonna say it, right? I'm not big on hiking.
So the episode before we went on our little hiatus for you to go on this vacation was us discussing how you were like, I guess I'll go on this magical experience.
Yes, yeah, no, I mean, there was a lot of it that I was like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? No, but it was a lot of fun. This is you see this?
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. Like this, I would never. There's no other time I would have been able to see this, right? So I'm so glad I went. Even though this is my number 3, this is probably the best thing I saw on the entire trip.
Yeah, you saw a freaking volcano.
Yeah. So, and it even became my new Facebook profile picture. This recording is from me. So anyway, this is what I put on Instagram. I don't know if you remember it. That's it when it was erupting.
So, but because the eruption obviously it's not world news that it erupted.
Yeah.
It's normal for it to just keep erupting like that?
Yeah. So basically, so like that eruption that I caught, that happened like I want to say at least once every 15 minutes.
Okay.
And unlike the geyser, the good thing about it is you can kind of hear rumbling before it happens. So you're kind of able to prep for it and then like get your camera up.
Okay.
So I got like the tail end of that one.
And do they have like perimeters where they're like, you just can't go past this area?
Well, a good way to know is all this black
molten
black stuff. That's the molten lava melting with the sand or whatever.
And you can't touch that, right?
No, it's hot. So apparently, so okay, where I'm standing right now is about what's maybe 100, maybe 50 yards from the black part of it, right?
Yeah.
Now behind me, it's like cold, right? Because we're like high
okay.
up, and it's like really cold. In front of me, it feels like a sauna.
Oh wow.
That's how hot it is. And they say that the lava itself goes up to like 2000 Celsius at its highest point, which is like 3,632 Fahrenheit. So yeah, no, it's hot. So yeah, so that was the lava part. Then this was back in Reykjavik. Can you see my mouse, my cursor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this part, this thing over here, that's horse meat. Yeah, thinly sliced like prosciutto. This is liver of something, some other meats in here, but yeah.
This is some liver of something.
It's something. This is the other view of it. So that's the horse meat over there.
So look, I've always known that that horse meat is eaten by other countries, because you know how there was like that outrage a couple years ago about how there was like I think a Wendy's and the Europe was using horse meat instead of cow meat, and everybody was outraged like, you don't eat horse. I was like, technically speaking, you're not supposed to eat cow, really. Like, we're not really supposed to eat as much meat as we eat. So there's nothing wrong really with eating horse. I mean, like, you might not like it, but there's nothing wrong with eating horse.
People eat it. Yeah, like
people eat dogs and cats, and although we might not like that, it's perfectly normal for them because it's meat is meat.
Well, so those people didn't make the mistake of giving them names. So
anyways, so you were in was it Bo Jackson? No, what's the name of that? BoJack
Horseman. BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman.
Dang it. Yeah, no, that's Seabiscuit over there. So all right, and then
how was it though? Hold on, how was the horse meat?
It was, to be honest, it's kind of bland. The stuff on top of it like gave it the flavoring, but the horse meat itself was kind of bland.
How is the food there?
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not noteworthy. And it's super expensive. It's because everything in Iceland, basically everything in Iceland is imported.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The fuel price is super expensive. It's like 230 kroner. Oh, sorry, 240 kroner per liter, and a kroner is, 120 kroner is $1. So that's like $2 per liter. There's 3.8 liters in a gallon, so that's like over $7 per gallon.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So gas is like super expensive. This is another picture I took.
Nice.
This is some rock columns. So number 4 would be miscellaneous rock column thingies I took. Nice vista picture over there. Another rock column. That's me on a ferry because we're going to that island place that has a bunch of these birds called puffins, and apparently they really wanted to see it. I'm like, it's a bird, but whatever, we'll go. So this is the ferry, and then
To anybody who's listening to the podcast, please go to our YouTube page and you can see all the photos that Zino's posting.
Yeah, sorry, I know, that's right. This is a podcast. People are like,
this is a podcast too.
What is he talking about? Yeah. So podcast listeners, so here's someone trying to feed a random horse we met. They end up getting like hives on their hands, but it was fine afterwards. Yeah.
They got hives from the horses?
Yeah. I stayed in the car.
They're wild horses.
Yeah, I stayed in the car for good reason. So the more horses. So this is on that island. So you were asking earlier if it was like really windy. Most of Iceland, no, it wasn't. But on this island where we took the ferry to, it was so windy that one of the doors that you're supposed to have there as a lookout to find these puffins, you're supposed to go there and bring your binoculars. They had like a block, like a cinder block attached to like rope to keep the door in place for every time you open it, because the wind would blow it off its hinges otherwise. It was so windy up there. I don't know how these sheep survive.
They got fur.
Yeah, they got fur. So this is a picture I took. These are like 4 different islands there's a house on that one. I can't really zoom in there, but there's
Oh, is that that famous photo of that one small house on a big old island? I wonder if that's it.
I don't know.
There's a famous photo of that, and people usually use it for the memes, like when people tell me if I like civilization, and then they show like the photo of
you're living on your own. Yeah. There were a lot of houses like that actually. When we're driving like along the mountainside, you just see like a random house, and then like
how the hell do people get on there? Like what? Like they take a boat there every day?
I don't know. And the thing is, they're so far away from the rest of society. I'm like, what if something happens to you? Like,
I'm pretty sure they're not. Like, are they? Or did you ask? Are they habitated?
The people live in there? Well, I don't know about that particular house, but like the ones I'm talking about, like, so like going back to this picture, for instance, like this one. So when we're like driving across the place to like see these places, you'd see like a random house, and then like miles and miles, and then another random house. Like it's strange. I think people live there, but I don't know. So okay, so then I took that one. So that's me by a waterfall. Waterfalls were aplenty in this place, but this is like one of the better pictures I got of a waterfall. So let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, so this is me on the beach.
Oh, GQ looking ass.
Yeah, a bit of a belly there, but it's all right. It's cool. Too lazy to leave the car. That was me. That was my caption.
Hey, you're the only one that didn't get hugs.
Exactly. And then this was more food. And then this is a place in Vic, where one of the few times I actually got to almost nighttime, because there was sun out the entire time. But this place has like overcast. It's like cloud, like all the time. But otherwise, there's no nighttime. And then some thingy. And then I think, and then this is like the second Airbnb we stayed at. Okay, so that's number 4, right? Just a miscellaneous bunch of stuff. Number 5 is something I don't have pictures of, sadly. Oh no, I do have one picture of something. No, don't I? Damn it. All right. So number 5, we were supposed to go on this tour of like ice caves. And so we go there. This guy gives us like wetsuits and all that stuff. We're like, all right, cool. We're looking forward to it. So we're in the car, we're going, and all of a sudden, so we get off like the beaten path. And by the way, this like black sand you see, that's like all over this town called Vic.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't have like regular colored sand. Even on the beach, it's just this black sand. So anyway, so we're driving on the road, and then he like veers off into this place where it's just like this black sand. And remember, I told you this town is like very misty and like overcast all the time. So we get into this place where it's like low visibility. You can maybe see 20 feet in front of you at best, and then that's it. So he's like driving. I'm like, how does this guy know where it's going? He has like this GPS thing with like a compass or whatever. So he's like going, and it was raining earlier that day. So we then get to this part where it seems like the car stops, and then like he revs, and then he like goes. But we can see from the car that there's like it's like a little marsh, like it's a bit of water. It's like it's turned into like muddy, right? So like he revs up, he goes, and then the car tilts backwards. And I wish I had the picture of it here, but basically the back of the car was in the mud. It was like the whole wheel was underneath the mud. The exhaust of the car was blowing into the muddy water, and we were stuck.
Wow.
Yes, in the middle of nowhere. Luckily, he was able to reach out to one of his co-tour guide people, and after like 30 minutes or so, they came with another truck to get us out of there. But I'm pretty sure that van is like, oh, that Jeep has been abandoned. Like, there's no way that
He's like, there's no way they're getting that out.
no way. And we were stuck there. Oh, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna bring it up later in the show. But I'm gonna pull up the pictures on my phone and share it here. But so that happened. So that was one tour that we couldn't go on. But then the other part of number 5 was a different tour that we could go on, and it was glacier hiking. And basically, yeah. So you have all these glaciers, right? And this one tour guide takes us there. He outfits our hiking boots with these things called crampons, and at the bottom of it, it's like spiky, right? So you're able to like step on the glacier and move on. So I was going up there, my legs hurt, my crampons keep falling off of my hiking boots. I'm like, oh, this sucks.
I know Zino was over here at home, like, I think I need to start jogging when I get home.
Or not. So, but I have started playing soccer again though. I did play like the week before I went on vacation. So one of the coolest things was like we got to like this flat part of the glacier, and he was telling us all about how global warming is making the glaciers recede. I almost turned into Greta Thunberg listening to him. I was like, yo, like we got to save the planet. But so he gets to like this flat part, and he's like, okay. He put down 2 of the little spiky things that we're using to get up the glacier. He put down 2 of them, and he said, all right, I want you guys to do push-ups on this. And yeah, so it's like, so you do a push-up, a thing called a Viking push-up, and there's like fresh water just like flowing down there. He's like, this is cleaner than any water you'll find. And the fresh water flowing. So you do a push-up, you get down there, you drink the water, you get up, you take a picture. And we did that. Okay. And I don't have the picture of it. Someone else has it.
So it didn't happen.
No, it happened. I'll put it, you know what? I'll put it on our YouTube page later at some point. People will see it. And then there was another picture we took where it looked like we were, ice climbing, because just from the angles that he set us up in. And it's like, all right, do that and then take a picture. So I have one of me ice climbing as well. It was really cool. So that was my number 5, the tour that didn't happen and the tour that did. All in all, Iceland was really cool. Everyone was very welcoming. Everyone spoke English pretty well. There was one bartender when I was like, how do you say this beer? And she was like, don't try it. You're going to hurt yourself. And I was like, no, look, just tell me. And she said it, and then I tried to say it, and my eyes were like rolling back in my head. She was like, look, you're having an aneurysm. Just don't try it. But really funny people, and yeah, it was a good time. So
what is their language?
Icelandic. I didn't hear them say any other language, so that's what I'm assuming. And we also saw this Netflix special by this Icelandic comic, and which helped us actually prepare for some things because he was giving us like some insight into Icelandic culture. It was very funny. So all in all, it was a great trip.
Make sure to post the name of the special.
Yes, yeah. I'll find it and I'll post it. All in all, it was a great trip. If you're ever on the fence for going to Iceland, go and do it. And that just reminds me of the last thing we did, which is on the final day, we went to the Blue Lagoon, which is like this. Oh man, I don't know why I didn't have these pictures ready, but
because we didn't know if we were recording.
Yeah. So it's basically this. It's like a hot spring almost, and it's all blue. And
is it one of those like where you see and like people? It's like you could tell it's cold out, but people are in there swimming.
Yeah, and it's very hot. It's cold out, but the water is very hot. And
I'd love to go to one of those spots, man. That's on my bucket list for sure. Those kind of places, you know.
And I just joined via my phone so that I can show you the picture of that at some point. But anyway, that kind of does it for our top 5. During our regular show, which has nothing to do about Iceland, I'll be putting the picture up there. But
so you already answered the question that I was going to ask, which is, would you go back?
Yeah, I would. Okay, hold on. So yeah, I'll go back, and I would recommend that other people check it out, especially if you're one of those crazy people who likes to hike. Then yeah, I'd
if you're one of those people who likes to move around.
Yeah, if you're not a sloth.
So ask me if I'd go back to the Bahamas.
Yeah, would you?
Maybe. Reason being is, man, it's an expensive place, but it's still nice. So we might go to Atlantis. We might go to that Atlantis if we go back. Or I told my wife, I was like, yo, it's too expensive. I was like, I'll go with you on a cruise to the Bahamas. I don't know if I want to stay there for a week because they have not all-inclusive places.
No all-inclusive places in the Bahamas?
They're the Bahamas. Why would they?
Oh, okay. I guess that's right. So this is the glacier that we were going on. I don't have any picture of like the ice climbing one, but it's just like, yeah, I wasn't ready for this. Oh, this is us using those like walking stick thingies to like go up.
Looking like you're training for something.
Yeah, that's me. This guy. Look at.
Oh, that is you. I see you in the middle.
Yeah. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun, man. Definitely would recommend. And maybe this is like one of those black sand beaches. This is a glacier or like an iceberg thingy that we saw. I believe that's my picture actually.
So Zino is 2 for 2 on having fun on girls trips.
Yeah. It's all about picking the right trip.
And the right people.
And the right people, yeah. Let's see. One more thing I wanted to show you before we get off this topic. Sorry.
The stuck car.
Yeah, look at it.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. So this is even the side of it that wasn't as entrenched in the water. On the other side, it's like, so you see how that tire is almost in. The other side of the tire is completely in.
And you're like, they definitely abandoned this car.
And this is Maura doing the splits in the air, doing like a jumping split thing.
Did she land and not slip?
Yeah, she landed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we showed someone that picture, some Austrian lady, and she was like, "Is that Photoshop?" And we said no. She actually made the jump. So yeah, so that's it. That's the Iceland trip. It's the recap.
That's what's up. So that is our top 5.